Okay, it's been 5 minutes. I think it's time to get into this thing. Hey guys. I know I did a bit of things by canceling yesterday's stream and being an hour and 15 minutes late for today's stream. I know that's a bit sucky, but shit happens when you have weird dreams that derails your sleep schedule. I'm not blaming the dreams, I'm mostly blaming myself, but don't worry about that. Well, today we are continuing our friend Sim. We're still doing 2 at a time, just have plans later, so don't worry about that. So, recap. Old yesterday, we did volume 9 and 10, which we got to see the clown lady, and we got to see the goddamn Saiyan cosplayer gamer, the chill bee guy, and then we met the neckbeard, the otaku. And now we're up to volume 11 and volume 12. Don't worry, we'll get through these quickly. I'm sure of it. Volume 11 has one of the Jade family, and I love that. I love the Jade family. They're a dysfunctional mess, and I love them. Anyways, Volume 11. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Another night, another long walk. Despite the blisters, and you have started to feel truly optimistic. You got going up for you these days. Hang on. What the hell is that noise? What is that? Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good. Some heard some creepy whispers or something in the corner. Maybe haunting. I don't know. It's not gonna affect my rent or anything. Anyways, another night, another long walk. Despite the blisters, you have started to feel truly optimistic. You've got a lot going for you these days. True, you're still technically a castaway on a hostile planet with absolutely no hope of rescue. But if you're completely honest, Earth was pretty shitty too. Sure, 98% of everyone here is a psychopath who would rip your face off as soon as look at you, but it's the other 2% of that are really gonna make it all the worth it. Okay, who do we start with? Mallek Adilov, the chillest dude you're gonna find. Well, the second chillest dude. Well, who's not, worried about canceling you. Either Mallek, pretty much the pretty boy to whoever follows a crush on him. That makes sense. And then there's Lynera Scalby, which I somehow had like a crush on as well when I started the games back in the old days when it came out. I don't know why. I think it's mostly the posing and I think it's either the sweater vest and the glasses. I don't know. But probably would kill me. Anyways. I mean, we gotta start off with the Nera. It is. I love the. I would give the J Bloods a disservice because I am a Virgo as well. You've had such good luck making friends lately that you feel almost popular, but at the same time, you feel a strange sense of loneliness that new friendship doesn't seem to penetrate. Maybe being the only one of your species light years away from home is starting to catch up with you. Maybe you're just starting to understand why popular kids in movies sometimes seem so sad. A number of trolls now like you, but do any of them truly know you? What you wouldn't give to hang out with someone you have real history with, someone with whom you don't have to do the introductory dance of, yes, I'm clearly an alien, no, I don't know what's going on. Someone whomst. It's very annoying. Someone with whomst you could reminisce with. about old times, someone you've hung out with more than once. Right now, you're on the outskirts of town, and the rocky outcrops surrounding you are familiar. You're pretty sure that the entrance to the burning caverns is around here somewhere. Your heart beats a little faster. Bronya lives close to here. And talk about history, you two know each other deeply from hanging out once and then seeing her again in her ex-mate Spritz hive. Ugh. Plus, you have a phone now. You have the power to text first. You get out the phone Cornell gave you. Look at you go. Reading an alien language and operating alien technology just fine. Don't have to worry. Don't have to worry about that. Does it make sense that you've learned how to read a new alphabet in weeks without anyone teaching you? Well, you kind of have to learn like an alphabet or lexicons of this world in order to survive and know where to go. It's either, hey, that must be a bathroom, or B, that should be like a no entry sign to a butchery. It's a 50-50 shot. But anyways, yeah. Oh, by the way, some weird news happened today. I just found out through chitter.com that it seems that the voice for Shadow has been revealed. It's Keanu Reeves. I don't know how to feel about that. Honestly, I saw people like theorizing like the voice actor should have been like the actor who played Anakin Skywalker. That's also a good fit, I would say that, but Keanu Reeves, it seems, I don't know. I probably have to visualize Keanu being like a short hedgehog, but that also means if Keanu Reeves is also being Shadow the Hedgehog, that means I have to like imagine which one was Bill and Ted? Which one was Bill and Ted? Bill and Ted. I'm sorry I'm delaying the stream a bit. Bill and Ted, I'm pretty sure. I think Ted was Keanu. I think Ted was Keanu. Anyways, now I have to imagine like I have to imagine like Ted as a Sonic, not Sonic, that Shadow the Hedgehog. This is like a weird, wild thing to think about. Anyways, that's Sonic the Hedgehog news for you. And onwards. Not really, but maybe your struggles with Spanish class in high school were just a fluke, and you've been a secret linguistic genius this whole time. Not really. Bronya texts you back immediately, giving you directions for how to meet her in the caves. You head down, but before the J-Blood hive is in sight, a troll emerges from the shadows. At first you think it's Bronya, but you freeze mid-wave when this new troll steps into the light. Bronya doesn't wear glasses, and she has never glared at you like that. It's you! I remember you! You were down here a few weeks ago. Bothering Bronya and distracting her from... Hang on. Damn. You got drums and beats? I didn't know you had drums and beats. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. 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 I can vibe with you. Just hang on, I gotta chill with these beats. Just gonna... Go Pabs. Go Pabs. Do the box. Do the box. Honestly, God, I forgot about the music. It's always so great. Oh, okay. It's enough of that. Honestly, that's some good beats, not gonna lie. Lynera, I didn't know you chill like that. bothering Bronya and distracting her when we almost had a Lucis stampede? Ouch. Is that really how Bronya has described your adventure together? Maybe it's silly for someone that small to hurt your feelings when another recent friend nearly got you killed in a clown church. But you like to think you and Bronya formed a real connection. She never made you feel like you were bothering her. A real connection? Is that why you think you can just come down here and text her? Holy shit, is Lynera reading Bronya's messages? Does Bronya know she's been doing that? That's none of your business. Bronya and I are best friends. I'm just looking out for her. She has a lot of Jade Blood responsibilities and doesn't need anyone shifty coming in to disrupt her. You have to wonder if Bronya would agree with these statements made on her behalf, and you sure would like to see her in person and confirm for yourself. Oh, you like that, wouldn't you? Why don't you tell me? Why don't you tell me? What is the nature of your relationship? Why should I allow you to hang out with her? As your text messages boldly suggested, bluffing has saved your ass in some bleak situations before, but you could also go on offensive here. You're concerned about Bronya's privacy now, and as her friend, maybe you shouldn't just look the other way. Okay. Make wild claims about your friendship with Bronya to save yourself. What right does Lynera have to creep on Bronya's phone? Let's do the one where we're likely to get killed. Make wild accusations. Yeah, we're best friends. We're doing so much friendship. You and Bronya go way back. Lynera is unfamiliar with your history. It might be because your friendship with Bronya predates hers. And actually, part of why you texted her today was because your close friendship has recently been getting a little red. You could say, Bronya needed someone to step in and fill the hole in her blood pressure left by L-Word after all. Considering the changing nature of your relationship, Bronya has been even more protective of you than usual lately. Lynera doesn't seem impressed by your astute culture knowledge, nor does she look intimidated. Glasses reflect opaque in the murky caverns light as she takes a step closer. Her claws, you just notice, are very sharp. Bronya is very protective of those she pities. You've got that much right. If you're telling the truth, and I don't know that you are, maybe she should want to protect you. If she knew that you were here. Oh fuck. You fucked up. If Lynera intercepted Bronya's phone, then Bronya has no idea you reached out. You can be disposed of with none the wiser. Oh no. Look what you made me do. You had no idea someone in a skirt that long would move so fast. Oh no. Goddamn yandere. Oh yeah, I forgot Lynera's a yandere, kind of, I think. Okay, yeah. Honestly, if this was like the music, just chill piano music, that's fine, but it's just beats and drums, and that's great. What right does Lynera have to creep on Bronya's phone? You puff up with all the self-righteousness you can master. The nature of your relationship with Bronya is about between you and Bronya, and you're not doing anything suspicious by wanting to see your friend. In fact, it seems a lot more suspicious that Lynera is trying to intercept anyone who messages Bronya. What possible reason could she have to justify for that? Well, I never. As I said before, I am Bronya's best friend. I take our relationship, my responsibilities as a friend, very seriously. You press the issue, narrowing your eyes and crossing your arms over your chest. Her responsibility as a friend, huh? Sounds kind of fishy. And not just like the sea dweller kind of fishy. I mean the land dweller kind of fishy. Fishy? Are you serious right now? Are you really coming down here making fish puns like some kind of sea dweller? This is so suspicious. Who knows what Bronya decided to show you when you tricked her into trusting you? Not that we have anything to hide, but who knows? If you're not at all associated with sea dwellers, then we have a pretty big problem on our hands, don't we? You've heard of sea dwellers by now, but none of your friends have talked about them much. Mostly you've gathered that they dwell in the sea. You don't know why it would be extra bad for you to be one of them. But clear you need to backpedal. Before you can try to disown your choices of fish-related phrasing, Lynera advances on you. Obviously, I can't let you talk to Bronya now. You are way too suspicious. I think you and I should have a private conversation instead. At least your life is uneventful when you're unconscious. When you come to your senses, you're sitting on a chair with your wrists tied as your eyes adjust to the darkness. You realize that you're in a smaller cave than the big open caverns that led to Jadeblood's Hive. Okay, so I'm seeing some drawings of Bronya in the corner here. I'm assuming those are... Wow, she's really... Okay, there's like a baby picture of Bronya. There's just her symbol. Some troll skulls. Different blood color books. Blood on the ground. Okay, there is a Iron Maiden right there and a bloody club. I am assuming these are past people who are wanting to be friends with her. This does not look good. When you come to your senses, you're sitting on a chair with your wrists tied. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you realize that you're in a smaller cave than the big open caverns that led to this Jadeblood Hive. All light switches on, and you can see that the cave walls are lined with bookshelves, and there's a desk in the corner. There are books and notebooks and bulletin boards with what looks like outlines and study guides pinned to them. And in front of you is Lynera, holding a knife. Oh good, you're awake. This is my study cave. In the Jadeblood Hive, it's hard to concentrate because people break the rules, and I get irritated, so I come to homework. That's all, just homework. Definitely not research on potential victims who are in the way. When you take a second look at the bulletin boards, you see that a lot of what Lynera has pinned up are pictures of Bronya. There are a few pictures of Lynera and Bronya together, but it's mostly just Bronya by herself, and even a couple blurry photos of Bronya and Elward. What are you looking at? There's nothing to see here. She banishes the knife in your face. Okay, yeah, sure. Now she and her gigantic knife have your full attention, and you are not looking at her creepy Bronya shrine anymore. I brought you here because your messages to Bronya were highly suspicious. I don't know you, and I don't trust you. You could be trying to see Bronya for nefarious purposes. So I brought you here to vet you. Now we can talk about what your real intentions are. So you're definitely going to die in this cave, held captive by an unhinged Jadeblood who has convinced of your guilt from the moment you dare to text her best friend. That kind of sucks. You tried so hard and you get so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. Oh, come on, stop playing the victim. Oh, knife went down. If anyone is a victim, it's me. I try so hard to be here for Bronya as her best friend, but she doesn't even... Lynera stops abruptly. You see her lowering her lips, start to tremble before she turns her face away from you. The sharp tip of the knife pointed at you, your throat droops a bit. Its dejected swing takes a dangerously close to your navel. And you try to suddenly lean backwards in your chair. Lynera interprets the noise of distress that escapes your mouth as the noise of sympathy. It's fine though. Really, it's fine. Our friendship is great. I wouldn't change anything about it. It's fine as long as she doesn't have any other friends. Because I'm her best friend. I should be the only one she needs. Lynera's knife is now completely lowered, pointing at the floor. That gives you some hope. She seems to have forgotten about her Siege Dweller suspicions. Maybe if you can keep her talking about Bronya, the whole stabbing notion can be taken off the table, and she might even let you go. You rack your brain for all the knowledge of alternative relationship dynamics that you've managed to compile during your time of this plan. Best friends? They have a special word for that, right? You tell Lynera that you're sure Bronya doesn't need anyone else if she and Bronya are Moirails, then Lynera must be very special to her. What? I never said we were Moirails. That's not even the quadrant that I want her in. I mean... I never mind that. How dare you make assumptions? Okay, so that... Okay, so... I guess I was wrong about more. I still think it's like... I still think Moirails is like... The idea of Moirails is still confusing a little bit. I still believe it's more than friends, less than lovers. That's what I still consider Moirails as, in my opinion. What's wrong with my headphones? There we go. Hello, Knife Point again. Oh shit. All you meant to say was that you thought her relationship with Bronya was probably fine. You figured they must be in a quadrature because you're a clueless alien. You're bad. I get why you would think that. It's probably so obvious that my feelings for her are very red. Lynera hangs her head, and her shoulders shake. Tears roll down her cheeks, dripping onto her crisp shirt collar and the knot of her jade green tie. I know I don't have a chance. She doesn't think of me that way. I'm her loyal friend and second in command. It's all I'll ever be to her, no matter what. And I try to do a really good job at being her best friend. Because what else can I do? I'm her best friend, then at least I'm still in her life. At least I mean something to her. Maybe it's the fact that Lynera's knife hasn't come close to any of your major arteries for a hot minute, or maybe it's tears. Either way, you feel sympathy encroaching on the monopoly that abject terror had previously maintained in your brain's economy. You've acted as a verbal sounding board or a sympathetic ear for some of your other troll friends, while they dealt with the crisis of various kinds. Slipping into the role of a therapist for someone who's holding you hostage at a knife point is a new one for you. But unfortunately, it's not that much of a stretch. It seems like young trolls on Turret have to deal with these heavy life issues by themselves, feeling so alone that they're willing to turn to an alien stranger to help them work things out. Then again, maybe life is that grim and isolating for human teenagers as well. And you just never noticed before. Maybe everyone's too mired in their own shit to look up and realize that the Moo Beast's fecal matter is waist high for everyone around them too. You clear your throat and speak with as much consoling gentleness as you can muster while your head still throbs from where Lynera knocked you out. It seems like trying to be Bronya's best friend isn't making Lynera very happy. Of course it isn't making me happy. I can't keep her from having other friends no matter how hard I try. And she's amazing, so of course everyone wants to be her friend. Including you, apparently. You barely even had a chance to miss that knife before it's waving around again. Yikes, your friendship with Bronya is nothing like her relationship with Lynera. You don't count as any kind of competition. Bronya is one of many friends to you, and while you cherish her and support her endeavors, you appreciate the joy of fulfillment that can come from having many different friends instead of depending on a single person to meet all of your emotional needs. Sounds fake. Why would I ever want any friends besides Bronya? She is my whole world. Okay, but it seems like it's painful for Lynera to be relying on Bronya to be her whole world when Bronya isn't doing the same in return. Has Lynera ever talked to Bronya about any of this? No, never. I'm terrified to tell her how I feel. Being her best friend feels awful, but losing her would be so much worse. I can't take that risk. But if Lynera never talks to Bronya about her feelings, she'll always be unhappy because she wants more. Even if she thinks that it's unlikely that Bronya feels the same way, maybe open communication with her friend could help Lynera process her feelings and move on. This is my best therapist voice. Don't judge me. Gotta be a more emotional, stable, neutral expression to help out. You know that Lynera has a big heart, or blood pusher, and many fine qualities, and she doesn't deserve to be stuck in this unhappy, unrequited relationship purgatory forever. Wow, you really think I have some qualities? You try very hard not to think about the glint of that knife. Sure, Lynera has positive qualities. She seems loyal and well organized and studious and caring. Some trolls out there is going to want the same kind of closeness from her that Lynera is looking for. And she owes it to herself to take actions that could lead to happiness instead of being stuck in a sad situation forever. I don't know. Maybe you're right, or maybe you're wrong. But I don't want to move on. Even if I know I should. I just want to be with Bronya forever. Lynera crumbles to the ground, dropping the knife and sobbing into her hands. It's hard to watch someone in this much distress and not want to help them, but on the other hand, her misery has distracted her, and this might be your only chance to try and escape. Well, time to be an asshole and get the hell out of here. You look around to see if there's anything within reach that you could use to free your bound hounds. On the desk a few feet away, you spot a spiral-bound notebook with nasty-looking edges on its binding. You scoot your chair over, do your best not to make any noise, but Lynera is too busy wailing to notice regardless. You get a hold of the notebook and saw through the rope on your wrists. It was so hard to watch her and Elward together. Elward doesn't deserve her. She was so mean. I know she's a cerulean, but I swear, she shows her face in the caverns again, I will go straight for her primary spurt uttery. It's a good reminder that Lynera is dangerous. You saw faster and success. Your hands are now untied. Now get the fuck out of here. Lynera's back is turned to you. While she gets up from the floor, you take a quick look at the notebook in your hands. It seems to be a carefully annotated, organized scrapbook diary, chronicling Lynera's friendship with Bronya. On one hand, it's a bit creepy in the context of how you're still held hostage by the person who made this, but on the other hand, it does pull out at your heartstrings. But you keep a firm grip on those heartstrings because you're still got to get out of here. When Lynera turns back to face you, you leap from your chair, brandishing the scrapbook in front of you like a shield. If she comes any closer with that knife, you can destroy the scrapbook in an instant with your acidic spit. That's right, your alien anomaly has destructive powers that can vaporize Lynera's precious Bronya's memories in seconds. No! You can't! What are you doing? How dare you touch that book? For a terrifying second, you think she might lunge at you, but then Lynera steps to the side, giving you a straight shot to the cave exit. As you scuttle your way towards freedom, you remember your phone. Lynera took it from you when she knocked you out, and you don't know how you could possibly get another one. No way! I'm not giving you anything you might use to contact Bronya. I won't have you messaging her behind my back and trying to replace me as her best friend. It seems like nothing you said when you were tied up had any impact on her at all. Maybe forcing people at Night Point to be their therapist doesn't result in quality therapy. You still feel bad for her, but it's time to break out of this big guns. If Lynera doesn't return your phone, you'll find another way to reach Bronya, and you'll tell her everything. Not only the lowdown on Lynera's stalking and kidnapping tendencies, but also the truth about Lynera's feelings about her. I'm gonna tell her you have a crush on her. Lynera gapes at you. Gasp? escapes. Her eyes fill with tears again, but she hands over your phone. I can't believe how cold you are. I thought maybe we were bonding, that maybe I could start to trust someone other than Bronya. But you didn't mean a single word of all those things you said. Lynera's face twists and contorts between rage and grief. When you make the phone and scrapbook tray, she drops the knife in her other hand and clutches the scrapbook to her chest, like it's one of the wigglers in the J Blim nursery. You don't feel guilty for doing what you had to do to escape unharming, but you can't help but wish that you had been able to actually help her. It's clear to me now, Bronya is the only friend I will ever have. It's the face. I just love the expressions they give these trolls at the endings. It's so great. Okay, now they actually befriend her. Attempt to comfort. You remember that you didn't... Remember what you did for Pulpa when she was upset. Sitting in a chair with both hands tied behind you doesn't make for ideal shush-papping conditions, but maybe you could approximate the gesture. Lynera is huddled crying on the floor, and you think you could maybe get close enough to lean your knee against her back or something. Hopefully that would be interpreted in the same way as the classic palm to cheek moves. You inch your chair closer to her, but you lose your balance and wobble, then topple forward. Lynera's discarded knife is right there, sharp edge, ready to plunge right into your engulfing soft body. But then Lynera moves quickly and grabs your chair and saves your life. Oh shit, that was a close one. You really could have died. She stares at the knife with huge round eyes, clearly shaken up by the near-death experience just now. Considering how often you nearly died these days, you feel more blessed about it. But you're glad it's having an impact on her if it makes her rethink the whole kidnap and stab thing. I'm so sorry. I don't want you to actually die. I saw what you were doing with that chair when you fell. You were trying for the traditional seat front hinge shush pap because I was upset. It was very kind of you and tried and console me. I never really thought you were a sea dweller, you know? Maybe what I'm doing is wrong. No knives! All the knives are gone. Lynera sets her jaw with conviction, and with one slash cuts you free from the bonds. You get to your feet and stumbling a bit because your leg fell asleep. You can't believe you're getting out of this situation without any blood loss. You feel positively elated about this turn of events, but Lynera still looks sad. You're free to go. You must think the worst of me after all this. Well, you're not going to lie. This wasn't the best start to a friendship you've ever had, but horrifyingly enough, it also wasn't the worst. You feel for Lynera, and you want to show her how a real friend-making aficionado gets out there and meets people. You think making new friends could help her feel less clingy about Bronya. Oh, you would really do that for me? I'm not sure about new friends, but you do seem to know what you're talking about. You don't know where to go with Lynera to teach her now to make new friends. She's probably a bit too uptight to enjoy the music clubs you've been to, and you don't think that troll studying in the book hive would take Clingy to a lot of... I'm sorry, my speech is disrupting. It's the beats. It's mostly the beats that's messing up the patterns. Okay. She's probably a bit too uptight to enjoy the music clubs you've been to, and you don't think the troll studying in the book hive would take kindly to a lot of loud, friendly conversations. I mean, unless you have like a book club, I guess that's a different exception. I mean, you could still maybe join a book club. I'm pretty sure there's book clubs on this planet. That could be very helpful for your case. Help discuss like interests or anything like that. That would be useful for you. The cafe. You decided to go to a cafe that Elward introduced you to. Thankfully, they're not having the excessive bodily force poetry night, since you're not sure that would be Lynera's scene. And also, thank God Elward's not here, or else she would have killed her. There are a number of ceruleans here, but you also spot a few indigos and teals, and a cluster of defiant-looking olive bloods with some yellows, all sitting together. The crowd is overall less fierce and undercutted than it was than you were here with Elward, and the vibe is laid back, with all the trolls just sitting around and quietly chatting. You order the drinks already, taking for granted your newly acquired skill in reading troll language. Lynera is fidgeting when you sit down with her. This may come as a shock to you, but I don't get out of the caverns very much. I don't have time. There's so much to learn about jade blood life and troll reproduction. And Bronya needs my help to maintain order. It's not very often that I have to interact with trolls of other blood colors. I'm not sure what's making her uncomfortable, the trolls around her that are lower than her on the hemo spectrum, or those that are higher. You've worked out of by now that Jades are right in the middle, so maybe Lynera identifies with neither, and Hives nor the have-nots. From what you remember, neutrality is a big concept with Jades. You assure Lynera that it's neutral to be a little nervous. Most people feel like they're stepping out of their comfort zone when they make a new friend. If there's one thing you've learned as Alternian's resident friend-making expert, it's that terror and embarrassment are par for the course. But it's worth it in the end. I'm not nervous or embarrassed. It's just, I don't know, everyone seems disorganized and suspicious and untrustworthy and unknown. You have to bite your lip to keep from laughing. It's not even funny. It's just that Lynera is hissing all her words and leaning in towards you and glaring at the rest of the room. And the overall effect is weirdly endearing. Like someone put a 1950s school uniform on a feral cat. Before you can try again to reassure her, a new troll ambles up to your table. She looks friendly. That's a friendly amble. She's wearing glasses and carrying a book bag and has a teal symbol on her chest, so she might be a nerd like Lynera. This could be a good new friend match. New friend. Yeah, hang on. New friend. I like new friend. They seem chill. Hi guys. I think I've seen you around before. Do you also study at the Book Hive? You open your mouth to invite this new friend to sit down, but before you can respond, Lynera interjects. That's not any of your business, is it? Why do you even want to know? Obviously, anyone who goes to the Book Hive to study goes there for peace and quiet. So, why would you think you can bother us just because you recognize us from here? Okay, jeez. My bad. Never mind. See you around. Never. And just like that, a golden opportunity for friendship has gone up in the puff of smoke. What was Lynera thinking? Being so rude. Doesn't she want to learn how to make friends? I changed my mind, okay? There's no way I could be friends with any of these people here. I don't know them. Not like I know you. You're surprised to hear that Lynera feels so positive about you when she was ready to stab you an hour ago. She takes your hand in both of her hands, squeezing your fingers right. I know we didn't get off a great start, and that's my fault, but I can make it up to you. We're friends now, and we'll be friends forever. And I will call anyone who ever even thinks about trying to fuck with you. This is not quite the lesson you had hoped to teach her about making friends, but maybe with her fierce loyalty and possessive streak spread out between you and the Bronya, Lynera could be a little more low-key about being a friend to you both. The determined look in her eyes and the ominous glint of her glasses don't scream low-key, but change doesn't always happen overnight. And you believe in second chances. You believe that Lynera will be capable of healthy friendship someday. We're friendship. Aw. So that was Lynera. How did anyone like her? She was honestly a favorite. I don't know why. Just I don't know. Maybe she's I don't know. Maybe she's on the spectrum. I don't know. Another night, another long, long walk. Despite the blisters you have started, feel truly optimistic you got along for these days. Oh wait, we already read this. Nice, Mallek. It's nice to see you again. Mallek Adilov. Maybe you're pushing your luck at this point. A reasonable person would just hit up on. Sorry, why does my sentence trains of thoughts has been being destructive lately? I don't know why. I talk sentences normally. Why are you like this? Speech, work. Stop being defective. And maybe you're pushing your luck at this point. A reasonable person would just hit up one of their many, many new friends and find a place to crash. But the night is young, so to speak, and you have a good feeling about this particular desolate stretch of road. You're just wondering where you should hide out for the day when a long car pulls up next to you on the street. You hunch your shoulders and keep walking, hoping they're just here for the scenery. But you are literally the scenery here, so when the back door opens and two trolls lumber towards you, can't say you're surprised. Oh no. You're a little surprised when they each grab a hold of one of your arms and drag you into the car. Up until now, you have found trolls to be surprisingly chatty. You aren't expecting the assault and ask questions later approach. Oh my god, look at this. This is pretty. I actually like this setup. So chill. The car takes off before you have time to catch your breath. You will never catch that breath. It's blocks behind you now. It's loose, and here you are without your breath, face to face with a troll who's leaning back on his bench seat. Just straight chillin'. The dome light glints off his blue eyes, and what someone less hip than you might describe as way too many piercings. He has them in his ears, nose, and eyebrows. He even has a couple in his horns. His hair is shaved in a daring undercut, and his teeth are sharp. Hey, Mallek. Nice to see you again, bro. Sorry. Do we be chill or be an asshole? Hey yourself, asshole. Oh damn, some of your newfound self-confidence just bubbled out of you like spit up from an infant. This is gonna be bad fast. But instead of immediately murdering you, he looks you up and down, checking you out in all your great ragged glory. He smiles, slow and lazy. It does things to your guts. Friendship things? His smile stretches wild, going slightly lopsided from his piercings. He looks like he likes what he sees, even what he sees as you being a rude bitch. Fair. I did just get my boys to drag you off the street. I get how that a little not chill. Sorry about all that. Mallek. Mallek doesn't look too sorry, but you're distracted by one of his boys who is looking at you through a familiar pair of eyes, hidden behind a fall of dark bangs. Hey, I was wondering if you remembered me. Damon! Remember, you doubt you'll ever forget, even with extensive therapy. Yeah, sorry about the cloak and loser bullshit. Just couldn't let anybody else get their fronds on you first. You know, wow, he was looking for you, like, specifically? For sure, dude, I've been following you. Really? You feel like you would have noticed someone like him? He doesn't exactly blend in. Mallek holds up his palm husk with the Chitter app open. You recognize your own profile. Your follower count has grown up significantly since the last time you checked. Right. So everyone's going on about this new Chitter account. Alien invasion of one. Figure it a publicity stunt or imperial propaganda. Uninteresting. Not worth my time. But then I started thinking, what if it's not? If this is generally invasion. How the hell have they survived this long? The drone should have obliterated a cold bait son of a bitch like you right away. That's literally what I said. They should have taken your hornless head off pedigrees ago. They haven't? Why? What? I keep asking myself. Then I figured out how you must be doing. Without meaning to, you lean towards him. Have you finally found someone who understands and appreciates just how terrific you are at friendship maneuvers? Who really gets your area of study? You're a robot? Oh, god damn it, not even close, but he's so obviously and heavily interested in you that, well, you tell a tiny little fib. I'm a robot. Hell yeah. Hey, this is kind of crazy. I didn't know you were a robot. Weird. Guess it makes sense though. You don't have a sixth sense for meat and where to find it. Mallek looks intrigued. Meat tracker? That's interesting. Sure, you hope he doesn't try to test that functionality. You doubt you have another meat mirror calling you. But all he does is keep giving you piercing looks in between texting furiously. Then he snaps a photo of you. Oh no, he's not gonna post that on Chitter. Hashtag robot? You can't be hashtag. Everyone will know you're lying and blow up your cover. Not to mention your mentions. Don't worry about that. Social media gives me hives. I have a Gorgle alert set for a certain combination of words. After Zebra's place, you're kind of expecting another lavish palace, but when you get out of the car, you see what Mallek isn't. Mallek isn't indigo, he's cerulean. Like Elward. And Ramel, and that one girl who kept boys in cages. Also, you're starting to think people hives have more to do with taste than cats. Amisha had a homely little art studio, and Tagora had all those vases and shit. Before he leads you inside the apartment building, Mallek turns to Damon and other lowbloods and starts messing around on the palm house again. Nice job, guys. I'm rerouting a Cynthian drone shipment as we speak. Try if I'm sending you those DVDs you wanted. They'll be at your hive when you arrive. The Bronzeblood ruffians bows to Mallek. He looks a little uncomfortable and pats him awkwardly on the arm. And Damon, I'll send you your shit to that shrub you live in. Thanks, man. You know, my offer still stands. I got a couple extra coops if you get sick of living rough. Damon shrugs. Thanks, but I can't be tied down. I'm gonna be the local Bigfoot of this place. Nice to see you again. There goes the homeless hot dog troll. You and Mallek ride the elevator all the way to the top of the hype stream, and he leads you into a surprisingly tasteful loft apartment. Come on, my shit's upstairs. Isn't the whole apartment his shit? Yeah, technically, but it's upstairs though. He brings you up to a higher level that has a Recupercoon shoved against the wall and a couch shoved against another, but they are both afterthoughts to just ungodly amount of computer shit. Right when you got here, you probably wouldn't have been able to tell that's what it was, but now you're used to Alternian's weird bug tech. Squishy and organic and almost certainly alive, at least in the way that plants are alive, though. A couple wires in there are almost definitely slithering. Mallek sits down in front of one of his screens and wakes it with a single swipe of his claws. He gestures you lazily into one of the several office chairs. It squeaks as you sit down and sinks a little under your weight. He proceeds to ignore you as he slides a little pair of thin frame glasses into his nose. Typing a list of commands into a text box, then he pushes himself across another screen with an alert, flashing in one corner, and you know what this is all adding to. He's an IT guy. No, I prefer to be called, oh. Shit. Huh? I have this joke I do where someone calls me a hacker and I say, I prefer the term information specialist, but now that's ruined. Oh shit, hacker was totally your next guess. You can do it again. Nah, moment's gone. No worries. So he's a hacker. That's pretty cool. And subversive. You wonder if he's part of Tazia's secret anti-government movement. You almost ask, and then stop yourself at the last second, Tazia. Whatever Tazia's anarchist leanings are, you aren't going to blab them to this random cerulean. As much as you love to meet new friends, you really aren't about to throw one under the scuttle buggy for no reason. Yeah, not a lot of blues get down on this sort of thing. Goldbloods are better with tech. They got that living battery noise. You know how it goes. All Goldbloods you've met have been, well, Azaja didn't have that scattered thing, and Kaprum hacked a phone. Or something. Whatever. It was a while ago. Zabaid mostly just liked fanfics. Interesting. You'd think they would have programmed you with cultural stereotypes. Huh? Oh, right. You're a robot. You wonder how a robot is supposed to act. You sit up straighter and think about circuit boards. Yeah, hang on. Damn it, still not here. Sorry, I was checking my licorice if got arrived yet. Still have days to wait. Anyways, Mal mixes around some more on his computer and frowns. Then he frowns some more. Then he reaches down and picks up one of the thick purple wires from the mess on the ground. He pauses. Apparently he isn't sure where to stick it. He glances down at you and crosses your legs before you can pull your dress up and start searching for store reports. Because, nope, not happening, dude. You don't have any network connections, so I've got to use an Ethernet. Don't be lame. You aren't trying to be lame. You just don't want things in your orifices. Eventually, you compromise and let him stick it under your armpit, like you are a baby having your temperature taken. You watch him tap away at the screen, marveling at the ludicrous choices you've made in your life that have led you to troll sticking a wire under your armpit because he can't find your Wi-Fi signal. You sit there as his brow furrows further and his frown gets more pronounced. His annoyance bounces him out of his laid-back, cool guy attitude. A blinking purple light flashes on his piercings. Fuck. Maybe my tech isn't compatible. One of the wires is coming towards you, and for a second you think you finally found a piece of technology that is actually alive. But then you see a little flicker for a moment at the end of it, and realize that it's a white snake with beady, intelligent eyes. Ah, Lucis. Don't be scared, he won't hurt you. He's just checking everything out. Of course not. Why would you be afraid of a giant snake winding up your leg? Everybody is really about your legs. You need to get a pair of pants. Is the snake checking you for artificial parts? Are snakes particularly sensitive technology? Is it because they're long? Weird. This a radical situation? I have no idea what to make of it. You dude. You feel such a dickhead. Can you really continue to live this lie? Tell him you're a special kind of robot that his instruments cannot get. Do we go to the truth or lie? Lie, double down lie. You're in this to win this. You're riding it out to the end. You tell him that you're actually the latest model of spy bot from your alien government. You're so advanced that you're indistinguishable from the real thing. Seriously, you aren't supposed to tell anyone, but you're telling him since he's so rad. This is terrible. You just promised yourself the other day that you stop lying to make yourself look good. Or in this case, make yourself look like a robot. Besides, he's never going to buy it. I knew it. There's no other explanation. Fascinating. He leans in close enough that you're almost tripped backwards before the chair catches your arm. He's surprisingly strong for such a skinny nerd, though. Really shouldn't be surprised anymore. Size doesn't correlate to strength with trolls necessarily. His skin is chilly, and his nails press dents into the skin of your arm. It hurts, but it's not enough to shake him off. He's looking at you so seriously. Doesn't he think your eyes are USB ports? You apologize, but your robot specs are not the right ones. Mallek breaks out of his trance and lets go of your arm. Are you kidding? What am I supposed to sort of script robot? This rules. I'm going to be the first to crack you. Yikes, you're half expect him to take out some sort of tortuous screwdriver to start prying you open. So he gives you another one of those unreasonable flirty smiles. When I'm done with you, you'll own your entire system. Whoa. I'm hungry. Are you hungry? With that takes off down steps, jumping to the last few vanishes down into the kitchen. You are left there blinking at his after image. It sounded like he was hitting on you back there, but then he just prance down the stairs like a bejeweled antelope. You creep down to the kitchen and find him pulling things out of the cabinets, opening the fridge with his toes, then slamming it shut with a hard kick so that all the stuff on top rattles. His palm husk rings and pulls out of his pocket, answering it and spitting a bunch of jargon at the person at the other end. He does all of this while rooting around in a drawer of cutlery, talking loud enough to be heard over the rattling. All you know about hacking is that it's usually done by a bunch of greasy dudes with glasses and Dorito dust on their fingers. Usually there's a girl and she's hot. The girl. You aren't sure which trope Mallek is yet. Possibly a combination of all of them. He's the girl. The girl. While he yells at somebody over the phone about blockchain. Oh god. You take the time to wonder, rather sheepishly, how many other piercings he has and on what parts of his body. I haven't tried fucking with robots yet, really. So far, I've only reprogrammed drones remotely. You realize belatedly that he's no longer on the phone and is instead talking to you. Oh right, he mentioned something about the earlier with Damon, hacking into drones to reroute their delivery routes. Yeah, rerouting. Easy. I got almost all my gear that way. All good stuff. Reserved for blues. Wait, isn't Mallek a blue? He puts on a pan on the stove. As if. Sure, cerulean is blue, but barely. Every indigo you meet is gonna make sure you know it. You want to ask him if you can help him with anything, but you barely know how to cook when you're on your own planet. He pauses with 2 eggs above mixing bowl. Hey, you like cluck these embryos. What now? He cracks the eggs. The yolks are purple and runny. Your stomach squirms uncomfortably. Oh, my bad. Can you even eat? What? Oh yeah, robot. Of course you can eat. It wouldn't be very clever disguise if you couldn't eat, right? Although, now that he mentions it, you really haven't been eating as much as you did on Earth. The meals you had have been few and far between, but you aren't even that hungry. Weird. Oh god, what if you are a robot? Plot twist. Mallek is not privy to your existential crisis, and therefore keeps cracking eggs. Click these embryos. God, troll words are so ridiculous. Not really. No language inherently any more ridiculous than any other subjectively. Should really have programmed that in when they thought you to read Alternium. What? Nobody taught you how to read. You're on cheddar. All of your chirps are Alternium. Let me see your palm husk. He holds out your hand and your phone. His nails are painted a shimmery black, and he has speak normally. He holds out a hand for your phone. His nails are painted a shimmery black, and he has on one of those thick rings that could double as a brass knuckle. You tell him that you figured you just had the palm husk on Earth setting, but of course that makes no sense. Nobody here knows about Earth or about English. For that matter, you're pretty sure it's not even the most commonly spoken Earth language. Nope, no translation software running. And this good old-fashioned Alternia. Well, it's not old-fashioned, it's contemporary. That's in India. See, if you weren't a robot, this would be really weird, but, well, it's already kind of weird that you're a robot, but your Alternian's perfect. You want to tell him that your Alternia is in no way perfect. You have literally no idea what is going on. But before you can get the words out, a terrific crash comes from somewhere above you. Mallek drops your palmets into a ball of Cluckbee's embryos. Dang. No, my phones! My eggs! Fuck. Drones. Shit, you don't need this right now. You're a fake robot. You have a chance against a robot with lasers. Even worse, Mallek rounds on you, lips drawn back from his teeth. You! This! Your fucking fault! They must have tracked you here. No other way they can find this place. I'm off the grid! You try to point out Mallek that maybe the drones are mad about all the hacking business, but he is listening to you. He's shoving his palm buds into his pocket, making a leap for the kitchen window. Fuck, can he survive 10-story drop? You aren't sure. One thing's for sure, though, you can't. Later, losers. Oh my god, he's got a rocket board. Okay, let's come out clean. I'm not a robot. Embrace yourself in your experience. Dealing with the fallout of your depictions is never pleasant. You expect him to throw you out, or at least get a snake to the face. Instead, Mallek just sags back into his desk chair, which sells with a depressed little sequel. He takes his glasses off and drops them onto his desk, palming at his eyes. It strikes you how exhausted he looks. You thought the dark smudges were eyeliner, but they might be eyeliner in despair. You wonder if now is the time to start apologizing. You are getting really good at apologizing. It's chill. I was the one who grabbed you off the street. You were probably scared of what I'd do to you if you weren't what I'd hoped you were. Well, more like you were worried about the friend opportunity that would swirl down the drain. But yeah, okay. You were also a little scared. You still are. It's a total body and compensation ambient fear that is always buzzing in the background of everything you do on Alternia. So subliminal that sometimes you wonder if it's the total opposite, the complete absence of fear. That deep, man. In retrospect, it's pretty fucking stupid to assume a robot is going to solve my problems. Very true. In your limited experience, more robots, more problems. Yeah, it was just something new to you know. Something I haven't tried yet. What is it, exactly, that he's trying to so hard to do? He seems to be pretty well off with hacking drones and shit like that. Mallek laughs. Yeah, hacking drones. That all just bullshit. His Lucis curls around his ankle, affectionately, gives him a little nudge. His palm hugs rings and he pulls it out of his pocket and just looks at it for a couple of seconds. I can't deal with this right now, come on. He heads down to the lower floor, waiting for the bottom of the steps to see if you're following. You're albeit nervously. You're having a hard time reading Mallek. Maybe it's all the piercings. It gets worse when he calls the elevator and then stands back. After you. You expect swinging blades to come out at you, but they don't. You expect Mallek to attack, but he doesn't. Just simply moodily back against the elevator wall and closes his eyes. His palm husk rings again and his jaw tenses. The elevator goes past the lobby, then it goes past the basement and the sub-basement. Fuck, what's the sub-basement? Dude, what? The sub-basement is just a square dungeon like space, damp trickling down the walls. Your stomach crumples and your heart bounces up into your throat. Oh no. Is this Mallek's cerulean murder dungeon? A phantom pain presses against your ribs and arm. But Mallek just leads you through a gap in the wall that you initially took for a shadow. It opens into a tunnel with rough stone walls and dirt-covered floor. It's clearly man-made, or troll-made. The air grows damper and the sound of rushing water gets closer and closer. Yo, sewer exit. You emerge from the tunnel and find yourself on a on the bank of a wide underground river. Mallek sits down to the edge of overlook. Sit down. Sorry, this not as comfortable as the loft. Oh man, Mallek brought you to this special place. I don't know if I call it special, but it's a place I come a lot. You sit down next to him. You get how this could be pretty zen, just watching the dark water flow by the walls glow with eerie bioluminescent digging craters underneath Mallek's tired eyes. Also, he pulls his phone out and shows you the screen. No hot signal. This the only place I can really unplug, kind of relaxing, you know? Yeah, you imagine the demands of being an information specialist could really put a dent in your chill. Yeah. You sit there with a rock digging into your ass and allow yourself to appreciate just how deep the gesture of your trust really is. Even after you lied to him, he just wants to tell you his life story. Fuck, you love life stories. You ask him exactly what he wants with your non-existent robot L'Oreals, and he said something about reprogrammed drones, didn't he? Could he be part of the resistance? What? Oh, you mean all the low bloods right stuff? Nah. What even's the point? That's a great way to get cold. But he helped Damon and that other little guy. Yeah, but they're cool, and I was paying them for their services. Rendered. Roughing you up. He nudges you with his elbow. So far, all I've been able to do is reroute delivery drones, just some weak sauce shit like that. That is a pretty pathetic way to fuck up the system. You aren't sure you get what he's about. Why care about fucking up the system if you don't want revolution? Guess I wouldn't mind revolution. Alternia equals alright. Well, for me, it equals alright. Not for everybody. I'm not so fucking myopic to think I don't have it better than a lot of trolls. I'm not one of those blue binders who wank off about the sanctity of the blood and how low bloods deserve what they get. They don't. It blows. I don't blame them for feeling bad or whatever. I just got to worry about myself. That equals all I got energy for. Well, he does seem to be doing pretty okay. Like, he has that sweet pad. Right, yeah. For half a sweep, maybe. Then it all's gone. Everything I've worked for, and I'm up in motherfucking space. Right, the space war. Sounds like a huge drag. Yeah, dude. He tosses a rock into the dark water below. But that equals the plan, right? If I own the drones, I own the whole system. I own the heiress. They all be playing my game with my rules. His eyes glint in a semi-darkness, and so does the little hint of fang when he smiles. His piercings light up like tiny points of fire. You tell him that sure sounds like a revolution talk to you. Also possibly villain talk. He grins like you're flattering him. Right, but I'm sweeps away from that, and other hackers won't. I mean, I work alone. I'm not fucking psionic. I can't use mind honey. It won't kill me the way it would a rusty, but you definitely get the runs. And I don't have sweeps. I have months, maybe peregrines. You ask him if he thinks things are gonna be really bad for him up there in space. Like I said, psychic, so no one is gonna turn me into a battery. They'll make me a fucking soldier or a spy. What about his hacker skills? Oh yeah, check out all my illegal activities. Please give me a good assignment. Hell no. Yeah, you can really put that on his resume. If I was a high blood, I could get away with it. Probably, or they might think it was cute if I was a low blood. But midcast? Like, no way. Fuck, there's gotta be something. He pulls out his palm and starts frantically tapping away. Wait, you thought he didn't have any signal down here? Yeah, but I got Wi-Fi hotspots. What am I, some kind of fucking Luddite? He gestures to one of his earrings. You aren't sure if he means his jewelry is a Wi-Fi hotspot? Or if that's a troll gesture for you are an idiot. Hey, buddy, you said you were gonna unplug. That's important to your mental health, isn't it? Getting off the internet once in a while? You can't really speak for yourself since you've only ever recently become an internet celeb. Mallek waves you away. You make a grab for his palm husk. You aren't honestly sure why. Maybe you're trying to be flirty or playful or some shit because everybody knows there's nothing more flirty than playful than stealing people's stuff. Bitches love that. You manage to snatch it away, but your floppy fingers fumble and you loose your grips. Max phone sails over the edge of the bank and into the dark waters below. Splashes is the sound of your doom. Mallek stares at the water. Then he stares at you. His mouth moves soundlessly. You threw my tech in the water. Mallek puts his hand on your shoulder. Somehow, against all possible odds, he's still gonna be chill. Wow, what a guy. You hit the water before you know what's happening. It isn't freezing, but it's sure as hell. It's balmy either. The current grabs you and tugs you under. Your knees and elbows escape rocks and your dress tangles around your legs. It makes it hard to kick back towards the surface. The water is so dark you don't even know where the surface is. Just when you're making peace with the fact that your grave is going to be a watery one, something grabs you from behind and hauls you upward. Grasps down the air, choking in water, then anything else. Two strong hands push you up into the bank, then begin smacking you on the back. You don't think it'll help you cough up any water, but you do think it's gonna bruise. Oh, yeah, I forgot about shirtless. My bad, dude. That was reflex. You threw my shit in the water, so I threw yours. Are you okay? You hack up one more gas of water and give Mallek a thumbs up. He's as wet as you are. They're slicked back off his forehead. It makes his eyes look huge and impossibly blue. You jump in to save your clumsy ass. His shirt is gone, and hey now, you know the location of two more of his piercings. You apologize for grabbing his phone in retrospect. You should not have tried to be cute at the edge of the river. Yeah, you don't have to try. I mean, fuck. Mallek flushes. Right, now you just look like a drowned sweet pea. Sorry, I fucked up your romper's robe. I'll lend you something. Cool, you kind of over this dress anyway. Hey. Mallek twists his claws together. You aren't gonna tell people what I said earlier. I'm not afraid to go off planet. I just, this time you don't know. You tell him his secret is safe with him, and if you find any actual romance in your travel, you'll send them his way. Thanks, here. He helps you to your feet. Damn, it's cold down here. I'll get you something when we get back upstairs, as long as you don't mind wearing my sign. You can't think of anything you like more, honestly. Friendship. Yeah. It's been an hour. I could... Even though I'm like late, an hour-ish late, and my brain's still not functioning well, I think I could just end stream here for a moment, like temporarily. I will have to like stream another time. The schedule's a bit wonky a little bit, but for now, I'll just end it here for now, since my brain is not doing its best at functioning. It has to like fix itself, but don't worry. We'll just have to... I'll raid someone else's channel just to ease the pain. Oh wait, we got options. Don't worry. I'll just raid Ghoulish Cutie. Have fun, everyone. Have a good day. I'll try my best to recuperate myself again. Goodbye for now. Ta-ta for now. Goodbye.